everybody. This is Gail Turner Brown. Welcome to the MoneitzeU show. This is episode 4. We're so glad that you are here. And so I want to just welcome everybody, say hello, and we are so super excited today because we have the most fabulous guest that you would ever want to see and hear from, because we're going to be talking about your health. Is your business making you sick? So before we get into that, I want to introduce, just to say a little bit about it. As most people know, my name is Gail Turner Brown. I am the co-host of the MoneitzeU show. I am a former real estate investor, entrepreneur, and I've built a direct sales business. And so we are all about monetizing you, showing you how to monetize your business, your skills, your hobbies, your career. And that's what this show is all about. And today we're going to help you be really, really healthy. But before we do that, I want to do 2 things. 1, a little bit of housekeeping. Grab your pens, pencils, papers, recording devices, anything that you may need to make sure that you get all of this information, because you're really going to want to hear it. And number 2, I want to introduce you to my partner in success, Mr. R.L. Chance, Mr. Best-selling author. And so I'm going to hand it on over to him and let him introduce himself and give you some more good stuff. So with that, take it away, Mr. R.L. Chance.
Awesome. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Welcome again to another episode of the MoneitzeU show. We do hope that you're going to share this on Facebook. It's on Twitter, Periscope, whatever have you. Get the word out. Invite somebody, because today, especially for you busy entrepreneurs, we have some goodies for you to help you take your performance to the next level. But not only take it to that level, to keep it at that level. Again, my name is Chance, U.S. Navy veteran, author, speaker, and lifestyle coach, implementation strategist. What I love to do is I help professionals, entrepreneurs, and others to be able to implement the things that we do know. So that's what I do. And we appreciate you all being here. We thank you also for the support. So far, it's been incredible. Last week's show, we had over 2,000 plus views. And so that is awesome. We want you guys to please continue to share this. The replay will be up for those who might be at work and catching the replay. Make sure you still comment and share it. But today we have an awesome show. And as Gail has already indicated, it's called, Is Your Business Making You Sick? Listen, we know that we have to be successful. We know that we have to make that impact. But I want to let you know that while we are doing that, Gail, we should be healthy in the process, right? We need to keep energy alive.
Absolutely. This is hard work. Okay. Being an entrepreneur is hard work. And we need all the stamina and resilience and flexibility and mental clarity that we can possibly get. And I don't care if you're a millennial or you a boomer, you need really good health in order for you to help sustain yourself and to help you become successful in your endeavors.
That's right. And so today we have the doctor in the house, right? We have a wonderful doctor in the house, Dr. Donna Cooper-Dockery, who is a physician. She has experience over 25 years. She's a #1 best-selling author. And we want to show you a quick 30-second video reel, and then the next voice you're going to hear is Dr. Cooper, and we are going to grill her today because we know we want to be successful, but we want to enjoy our health in the process. So we have our own doctor in the house today who's going to help us with that. So we'll turn it over to our producer, get that video queued up so you can see a little bit of the background on who Dr. Donna Cooper is.
Living in a healthy way is now possible. Learn how with Dr. Donna Cooper in her TV show, Get Healthy, where we will address various topics like eating, exercising, and other preventive health tips.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cooper-Dockery, and together we will learn how to live a longer and healthier life. Don't miss it!
Get Healthy with Dr. Cooper, every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. on KGBT Channel 4.
All right, awesome. I hope you enjoy that video. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you for the first time on the MoneitzeU show, but not the last time, Dr. Donna Cooper. Doctor, welcome to our show today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Awesome. And how are you doing? Give us a little bit of background on yourself and what do you do, where you're practicing and so forth.
All right, so you got my name already, Donna Cooper-Dockery. I am board certified in internal medicine, and I have been practicing for over 25 years. I live in McAllen, Texas, and I practice lifestyle medicine and traditional medicine.
Awesome. So I know Gail here has been anxious when we discussed the other day. We had a little post-show talk, and her and I and Mr. Curtis, we were discussing these type of things, of energy and so forth. So, Gail, why don't you start off with our loaded questions today so we can help out our fellow entrepreneurs.
Awesome. Well, yes, Chaz was right. When I discovered that it was that you were coming on, I'm like, all right, this is great, because I just entered my sexy 60s. Okay.
All right.
I have worked from with sun up, to sundown, right? And I gotta stay with it. As Chan said, maybe I take it to the next level. But I may want to take it to the next level. Sometimes my body's like, no, we ain't, So I need you to share with us, especially the entrepreneurs, the sexy entrepreneurs, the millennials, they got it all right. But the sexy entrepreneurs, help us out. Tell us how we can stay healthy and vigorous as we are going through our entrepreneurial venture.
All right, Gail, that is a good question. Now, as a doctor, we tend to assess things in its entirety. So first, I need to let the businessmen and women assess their health. All right, so first, we want to know how well do you sleep? Do you have high blood pressure? How is your blood pressure? Do you have diabetes? How is it? What is your weight? Are you overweight or not? A lot of business people tend to sit for many hours and keep working. All right, so that is a problem. But first, you need to assess your health, see your health risk, and then make your goals. Then after that, then you're going to identify what do you want to work on. All right. Now I'm going to briefly discuss some things in general, because a lot of people believe that in order for them to be healthy, they need to be on medications and so forth. But let's talk about something natural. Let's look at the businessman's environment. How is the environment? Is it properly ventilated? Is he getting enough oxygen? Is he sitting there in the office without getting sunshine? We know that sunshine is very important for health. Lack of sun can cause what we call seasonal affective disorder. And that is a type of depression because the person is not getting enough sunlight. The sunlight will increase serotonin. Serotonin will bring joy and happiness. As physician, we treat depression with medication that will increase serotonin. Just being in the sun, you are able to increase your serotonin level and stay away from depression. Now, everybody, go ahead, Gail.
I can ditch the Xanax, just go out and go get some sun.
That's one thing you can do. You can ditch that and get some sun, and you're going to see that you're going to be feeling happier. As a matter of fact, people that live in Europe or in places where there is a shorter period of sunlight have this type of depression, and that is treated with light therapy, phototherapy. The other thing that you can have from the sun is vitamin D. Just being in the sunlight for 10 to 15 minutes a day between 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock will give you enough vitamin D that you need for the entire day. Wow. 1,000 to 2,000 international units of vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is so important for health. Vitamin D not only helps with bone health, but vitamin D is a gene regulator. And vitamin D can prevent our genes from becoming mutated into cancer-causing genes. Okay? Vitamin D also will decrease one's risk from getting diabetes, because vitamin D will improve the insulin function. Okay. And did you know that getting enough sunlight can actually decrease your blood pressure?
Come on now.
I didn't know.
Oh, yes. You know, getting enough sun in your skin will produce nitrous oxide, and that is a hormone that will dilate your blood vessels and then lower your blood pressure.
Man.
Wow.
So natural remedies are fantastic. So businessmen do not stay in the office, but you need to be outside. The other thing I need to mention about your environment is oxygen. We need to have that room properly ventilated, because you need oxygen to live, oxygen to produce energy. All right?
Wow.
Now, so that's just environment. Okay. Then let's look at, for example, rest, timely rest. Now, how many hours of sleep are you getting, Gail? How many hours a night do you sleep?
I normally see. I usually go to bed between 1 and I get up at 6:30.
Okay.
What's that? Is that good? Is that good? Is that okay? That works?
That doesn't work well at all. You know, no. Your body needs to repair itself at night, and the best time to go to bed is actually before midnight, because it is believed that most of these reparative processes take place before midnight.
Really?
So you need to catch some sleep prior to 12 o'clock. All right. Now, some people don't realize that lack of sleep can actually produce or increase the risk of many diseases like diabetes, obesity, hypertension. Absolutely.
Wow.
Studies have shown.
Hold on. I mean, you're dropping some bombshell right here. I feel like folks are like, you're hitting me up already. I already feel like I've been diagnosed now.
Right.
No, but here's the thing, though. This is positive because before we get into the sleep, because now we also need you to help us find some balance, right? Because many of us as entrepreneurs and professionals, like all of us, I mean, for me, I'm a recovering workaholic myself. But the thing is, we have been taught that, you have to burn the midnight oil. Now, I believe there are times for that. So now what you're saying, though, is that we can actually increase our performance when we are well rested, if we get more sleep, rather than feeling that we have to constantly, month in and month out, be pulling these all-nighters?
Yeah, that's correct. A successful lifestyle. Let's talk about successful lifestyle, because I know entrepreneurs want to be successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is recommended that you go to bed early, go to bed just prior to midnight. Then you get your 7 to 9 hours sleep, wake up early in the morning. That's when you're at your peak performance, because your body will have already rested. And rest is important for the brain to improve your memory. So the brain, your body needs the rest for many reasons. So burning the midnight oil is not going to be very helpful, but going to bed early, get your 7 hours sleep, getting up is most important.
Wow. Gail, can you attest to that? Now, I can attest to that because I don't really get like sick that much. But what I notice is the times when I do get like sniffles is, Gail, when I'm doing some projects, let's say I'm writing a book or trying to meet a deadline, sometimes I would go a 14-hour. But I noticed that when I wake up, because my dates, once I wake up, phones start going off, got meetings and so forth. Mm-hmm. So I remember at least 2 times in a row when I did that, I got sick. Like, I don't know, somebody gave me something to eat, but because it was sweet, like I got hit right there. You know what I mean? I would pull a late nighter. Then I had to get up like about 5 or 6. Then I went to a meeting, and then bam, I got sick that day. And it happened another time while I was working on another project as well. So even though we all know this thing, so I don't know for you, Gail, like to me now that is making sense of why those things happen.
Well, yeah, I do get it. Now I will say this. I can't tell you the last time I've been sick. I don't really catch a cold. I don't get the flu, none of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
However, I do understand what you're saying, Chance, because yes, you used to go to bed before midnight. Like, what's that? That's when you kind of like, okay, everything's kind of quiet now.
That's a bombshell. That's a bombshell.
I get some work done now. And so that is really a challenge. And then there are times where I feel like on the weekend I do want to crash because, in fact, I think it was Sunday. Yes, we had a family reunion on Saturday, so we were out doing this and doing that. And then like by Saturday night and Sunday, I couldn't wake up. It's like every time I sat down, I would fall asleep.
Wow.
So, but then I was talking about bombshell. Okay, the sunshine. I'm inside all the time. And in fact, one of the things that I've shared with Chance, because of what I do, I don't go to the grocery store anymore. Everything comes delivered to me. Okay. I even have, in fact, my son, we got a cleaning service. I don't want to clean anymore. So I'm inside all the time. Every once in a while, I'll step out to go get the mail and say, oh, okay, that's what it's like out here. So what I'm hearing is either I need to take my desk outside or I need to go out. Because
that's right.
It's really certain nutrients and things that I need.
Wow. Doc, how can we... Wow. Doctor, how can we creatively find ways to get more rest? Like, let's say we say some folks might need a little tapering off, but like, how can we strategically have different cues to maybe, okay, I need to rest now or get some sleep or maybe in a cat nap in the day? I don't know if all of these can be helpful. Give us some tips on how to find more time to rest and when else can we rest, because even vacation, some of us get vacation and we don't take them either.
You really have to structure your lifestyle, knowing that rest is important for health. You mentioned that you worked 14 hours and then you started to get an upper respiratory tract infection because your body didn't have enough time to heal and repair itself. So the immune system drops and then you open yourself for infection. Getting more time to rest. Get up in the morning and structure yourself. Plan your days. How many hours of the day you're going to be doing one goal. Okay, and make sure that you get to bed before midnight. Now, during the daytime, if you did not get enough rest, then turn your lights off, close your blind, and get some rest during the daytime. Now, you need melatonin to rest, and melatonin is produced during the darkness. So if you're trying to rest with a lot of lights, then you're not going to rest well. You will just have superficial rest, and your body will not repair itself. Okay? So plan your day. Turn off the lights. Turn off your cell phone, and go to bed.
Okay. Awesome. Now you also mentioned earlier with the sitting. Now I don't again because we're indoors. I know we're not indoors on the treadmill. We're indoors sitting down. What are the dangers of constantly sitting and the sedentary lifestyle?
Sedentary lifestyle is a big factor for a lot of our chronic diseases. Okay, a study was done with 60,000 people, those that were seated for 2 hours and less, and those that were seated for 4 hours and more continuously. And it showed that those people that sat for 4 hours or more increase your risk for diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease by 50%.
Wow.
Okay. And for heart disease and for angina by 125%.
Mercy.
So sitting down is a problem. Now, sitting down can also create blood clot in the legs, the risk of sudden death. Sitting down can increase your risk for just gaining weight because you're not burning calories. So as business people, what should you do? You can put your work surface on a treadmill. So while you're working, you're moving. That's one advice. Another thing you can do, that if you're sitting for more than an hour, get up and walk in place for 1 minute, 60-second walk in place.
Wow.
Now at lunch, at lunch, rather than sitting to eat, you could stand up and eat. If you have to take a phone call, just take your call and just walk around. but you must keep moving, move your muscles. And while seated, just dorsiflex, lift your foot and put your foot down. Just move your feet in place while you're working, like, we're talking now. But you must keep your body in motion to stay alive.
Wow.
There you go.
Gail, that's another bombshell. I feel you. I'm going to take a stretch on that note. And here's the thing though, Gail, this is what I'm saying. Interestingly, I don't know if it's Dr. Bryce I was listening to this morning, but he was talking about something else concerning, we are working very hard, but let's say someone died who is the main breadwinner, now they put their family at risk. So in a similar way, let's just say entrepreneurs, professionals, you have something going. But remember, there are also people who are dependent upon us. And if we have a mission, message, or cause that we're trying to monetize, we have to think long term, because first of all, you don't want to cut your life short unnecessarily. Now, many folks going to die differently, but let's not be partakers in it where we cut ourselves short. And then now your mission is what? Ended abruptly, but also you might rob your family of the opportunity to have that income. And worst of all, for me, is that what Bryce was saying too, is that let's say now you're sick, all that hard-earned money that you made, now you got to go repair your health with that. So it's kind of counterproductive. So what I'm hearing today is if I'm get healthy by implementing these basic things, then I can also not only enjoy the wealth that we are making, but be able to, perform even better.
That's right. That's right.
That is so true. And I will tell you, you mentioned, because you said you are a lifestyle doctor.
Yes.
One of the challenges I believe we have, at least in the States, and it's kind of going to allude back to what Chance said, we are constantly taught, rise and grind. Get on your grind. You got to grind it out. And I've been at my desk and I may doze off. If I hear my son come in, I'll immediately get up. It's almost like I can't let him see me sleep, even though I'm supposed to be taking a nap.
Right.
But it's a mental thing. It is like, are you kidding? To be asleep in the middle of the day? If you're not a baby, that's like,
right.
taboo. And
but
so,
you need.
Well, so that's kind of like my question is, how do we reprogram our mind? Because that's where it is right now. It's ingrained in our society. I mean, we don't live in Europe where they have siestas and you got to take a chill. I mean, that's one thing I love about Europe, man. You go to Europe, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can't do nothing because everybody.
Taking a siesta.
Exactly, okay? It is downtime. Here, we don't do that. So how do we, I don't know, help me reprogram my brain, my guilt from feeling like, oh my God, I can't rest until it is night.
Well, Gail, the best time to rest is night. Because you notice the day has 2 cycles. Right. We have light and we have darkness. Right. The light is for a reason. Serotonin is produced during the daytime. Serotonin gives you alertness, gives you happiness. Right. Melatonin is produced at night, and that gives you sedation and allow you to sleep. Right. So ideally, you should not nap or sleep in the daytime. You should be working, and at night you should be sleeping. The thing is this, you should not be working for 14 hours. You should.
Right on. No doubt. You're right.
Okay, Gail, if you were to get up at 5 o'clock to start your day, believe me, at 10 o'clock, you'd be out and resting.
True.
So it's the way you program your body. And we were built to have 2 phases. The day and the night. Okay. So if you're a person who nap in the daytime, what's going to happen is that you're not going to sleep at night. So I usually tell my patients, do not nap during the daytime because you're going to disrupt your sleep cycle. So you need to stay awake as much as possible so that by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you're tired and you're ready to sleep. The other thing you could do is exercise. If you exercise regularly, okay, then you are going to be tired enough to sleep at that time of the night. And try not to exercise just before you go to bed, because your hormone levels will be too high and you're going to be a little hyper and you will not get the sleep you need to get.
I'll tell you another bombshell. No, here's why, because I know, again, in all business, and again, you're right. We need to, what I hear you saying, honestly, we are smart people, right? Professionals, we smart. So let's take charge of this area of our life as well, because everything is truly an excuse. You know, I know for me, even when you say don't exercise at night, if I don't get it in the day, or I was so busy, sometimes I get it in at night. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's technically really is just to soothe my conscience in reality. Just to say, you know what? I know I was supposed to exercise today. I didn't get it in. But let me go to the gym at 10 o'clock sometimes, you know, or coming home from church. Right. Guys, listen up. Today we are speaking with Dr. Donna Cooper-Dockery, right? And she is an author of this wonderful book called Get Healthy for Life. She's given us, as professionals, entrepreneurs, and so forth, keys and nuggets that we can be able to live a healthy, happy, harmonious life full of energy so we can achieve more. Not only that, but we don't want to go to the grave too soon. You can learn more. Of course, at the end, she's going to talk more about her book, but at least we want to put a little thing here for those who might be just joining. Again, we are speaking. Today's guest on the MoneitzeU show is Dr. Donna Cooper-Dockery. She's a physician, an author, and even a philanthropist as well. So you can go to gethealthywithdrcooper.com, gethealthywithdrcooper.com, and be able to learn more about her and how she can help us all to get well. Gail, back to you.
All right. So, Dr. Cooper, I know that I noticed one of your books was about vegan. Mm-hmm. Are you a vegan?
I am a vegan, plant-based.
Okay, yep. Plant-based. Okay. So, talk to me a little bit about that. Is that something that you feel that everyone should do, or everyone should strive to do, or does it really just depend on your body makeup? And what's the benefit and what's the non-benefit? Whatever the opposite of non-benefit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So give me the pros and the cons of veganism. Am I supposed to say that right? Veganism?
Yeah, veganism. You're totally right.
Okay.
Okay, Gail. So I do a lot of lifestyle counseling seminars, and I read a lot. Now, plant-based diet is a diet or nutrition that I recommend to everybody, 100% of my patients. Now, not everybody can be plant-based. When I say plant-based, I mean someone who does not consume any animal product. So no meats, no dairy, no eggs. All righty? Of course, no fish.
Okay.
No fish. Now, can everybody do that? Everybody should do that, but I'm not sure if everybody wants to do that. Now, what are the benefits? Actually, Gail, you can actually heal yourself with plants, totally. Now, I'll give you some history. When Christopher Columbus and his men came to the New World, if you look back in history, many of them died in the sea because they were not consuming fresh fruits and vegetables. They were depleted of vitamins. Later on, when they discovered that a lot of the men had scurvy, that is a disease of the lack of vitamin C, and they supplemented those vitamins, they cured these diseases. We're actually now promoting plant-based diet to even cancer patients. There was a study done using cruciferous vegetables and folic acid and whole grains for patients, and 50% of those patients decreased the risk of colon cancer by 50%. Okay? So that is now being recommended. If you're diabetic, we recommend eating half of the plate of anyone's diet should be plants, fruits and vegetables. Okay? Nuts and seeds. Why do we not suggest or want patients to eat too much animal product? Animal products are high in cholesterol. It doesn't matter if you were to eat fish, or chicken. A lot of patients say, I'll eat the chicken. I don't want the beef. But the chicken itself contains a lot of cholesterol, a lot of hormones, growth hormone, estrogen, that will promote cancer of the uterus, cancer of the breast, and so forth. All right. The fish have a lot of mercury. Mercury is not good for your health. So yes, I suggest plant-based to everyone, but not everyone can have plant-based. So if they're going to have meats, then they have to be very careful. They need to remove all the fats from the meat as much as possible. They need to make sure that they're eating organic meat. That means meat without hormones, meat without antibiotics. One problem with antibiotic is that they're feeding these animals these antibiotics. When the consumer consumes this meat product, then they're also consuming the antibiotic. And if they should get sick, their body is now resistant to the use of this antibiotic, and they can have severe infection. So if you have to eat meat, be very careful. Select carefully, avoid fats, do not fry, do not barbecue, stay away from processed meats. Okay.
Okay. Touch a nerve there.
Believe me, now, when we talk nutrition, Gail, I want you to be healthy and remain healthy for life.
Amen. That's all right.
That is why I don't believe in dieting, because you cannot be on a particular diet forever. But if you were to change your nutrition, the way you eat, that you can maintain for a lifetime. Yeah. Okay, barbecuing. Yeah. Why should you stay away from barbecuing? Because there's certain chemicals that are produced from the smoke that are precancerous. Okay, polycyclic hydrocarbon, amines. Those are not good. They're precancerous. Processed foods have a lot of nitrites. These are also known to be precancerous. Processed foods are high in salt. Salt is bad for your blood pressure and for your cardiovascular health.
Okay, so let me ask you, when you say salt. There's two kinds of salt. There's sea salt, and then there's iodized salt. Is sea salt better?
Sea salt is better because you have more minerals. Right. So yes, so you have more trace element and minerals that the body needs. So the sea salt is better. You still have to limit your intake of salt to protect yourself from high blood pressure. Right. All right. So therefore, a diet high in plants is also high in fiber. You need fiber. Right. Yeah. A woman needs about 25 grams, a man about 38 grams. Why do you need fiber? For so many reasons. Fiber blunt the absorption of sugar. So if you're diabetic, the fiber will decrease your sugar. You won't have the spikes. Fiber is good for your GI tract. So you won't become constipated. You won't have this pocketed in the intestine that we call diverticulosis. You'll decrease your risk of cancer. Fiber also keep you full longer. So therefore, you're not going to be snacking in between, and you will control your weight. Controlling weight will decrease the risk of diabetes.
Makes sense.
The plants are high in phytonutrients, phytochemical, antioxidant, calcium. You know, meat, for example, meat products are high in calcium, high in protein and iron, but very little vitamins you'll get from the meat. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Now, again, here's the thing. You know, what I love about being a professional and entrepreneurs is that we are smart people. So this is what I'm saying. Some things shock us at times. But I know, for example, when we do market research and we find out certain things to be what they are, we change. When we see this marketing planning working, we change. So if certain things we find out that are not good in the sense of prolonging our lives, I mean, we make the adjustment. But interestingly, though, Dr. Cooper, I do see more and more athletes actually are beginning to start consume more plant-based, vegetarian, vegan, because I know one of the biggest thing, again, used to be, especially in my case, to coming from a military background, was you can't get enough protein from plants and so forth. So we make up these things. But again, there's enough research and
Right.
studies now that have debunked a lot of these particular myths. So my thing is, I know when I started trying that out, I learned about this stuff in the military. And man, I tried. My biggest problem, I was a single guy then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't cook for a lick, right? Still can't really. So it was a tough battle trying to, prepare some of these things. So that's why, hey, praise the Lord, I went and married me a woman who who can cook this type of stuff and who is a vegan as well. But my wife actually has Dr. Cooper's cookbook actually here. And especially for those I say, because like I said, if you can't cook, hey, she has a cookbook here called Incredible Delicious Vegan Recipes and Meal Plans as well. And my wife, most of the days, I mean, I've already told you that when you first published this, but she has prepared a lot of stuff out of this. Matter of fact, today my meal again, she prepared, I don't even be knowing what I'm eating, but I just know it's good. I just know it's good, right? So that's the thing. I feel comfortable, honestly, when I go out and I eat. I don't have to worry so much. If I go on to something else, I worry. But when it comes to vegan stuff, I know it's all good. So it's just like, hey, take your pick.
That's right. And nowadays it's easier to become a vegan because a lot of restaurants are giving you vegan option.
Yeah.
And if you have time to plan your meals, you should plan your meals. You should be a conscious eater, so you won't grab something that is not healthy. But you can get small containers. You can put your fruits in your containers and make sure you're mixing the fruits. You can put your veggies in another small containers, your whole grain like quinoa, oatmeal, rye, barley, brown rice in another container, and your nuts in another container. And as you mentioned, that people thought that plant-based protein was not enough. Well, if you combine any legumes with a whole grain, that is a whole protein. And if you were to eat, say, soy or soy-based protein, that is whole protein and very, very good for your body. So plan your meal, take these little, containers with fruits and vegetable nuts and seeds with you. Because if you really want to eat healthy, you need to be eating nuts and seeds and fruits and vegetables. And a lot of people think omega-3 fatty acid is from fish. The best quality is from fish, but that's not true. The best quality is really from plant. Things like flaxseed, walnuts have quality omega-3 fatty acid. These are more stable than the one from the fish that sometimes become unstable. So if you really want to think, the B complex vitamins are wonderful for brain health. So if you really want to make money and monetize your skill, then go plant-based.
All right.
You're talking all language.
That we understand.
I know, right? So I just got a question. It is so funny. So I'm gonna say this out loud. I swear, Curtis was reading my mind. I was just waiting for Dr. Cooper. I was gonna say Dr. Curtis. I was just waiting for Dr. Cooper to finish because I wanted to ask this question, and this question came up. Talk a little bit then about GMOs.
Yes, that's a good question.
We don't know much about GMOs, but we want to make sure we don't consume too much of anything that is genetically modified, because these same chemicals will get into your body and also will modify possibly your cells and might have gene mutation and therefore cancer production. That's one of the reasons you need a high level of vitamin D in your body, because vitamin D prevents gene mutation. So stay away from the GMO products and do organic or cleaner products.
Okay, so now I've got to be on the, I'll use the word realistic, on the realistic side. Okay. So two things. One, it's seemingly more and more difficult to stay away from GMO because it seems like that's what our food is made of. That's number one. Number two, okay, let's be for real. Organic is more costly than cheap food. And so for people, and there are some neighborhoods that they don't have, They don't even have stores that have fresh vegetables in it, much less organic fresh vegetables. What do they call them? Something
Farmers
desert.
market.
Food deserts. That's what they call them.
Yes.
Food deserts. They're places that are food deserts. So, what else can one do?
Okay.
Wait.
That we get it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All righty.
I'm ready.
Okay, you're very right. We always need to find a balance. Let's look at GMO. We need to read the labels. Whatever we consume, we need to read, because we don't want to be consuming a lot of GMOs. We can do less. You don't want to consume a lot of sugar, a lot of salts, a lot of chemicals. The labels must be read. Okay? Fats, for example. We have saturated fats and we have trans fat. Trans fat are the worst type of fat, because trans fat are manufactured from the good fat, from plant oil fat. It's become hydrogenated. So you have to read the labels. All right. Now, food desert. Now, I suggest that if you really want to live a healthy life, you want to prevent diseases, people who are living in these areas should go out twice a week, once a week, get in some fresh vegetables and consume those. You might not be able to consume vegetables every day. Now, ideally, you should be consuming 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. But if you cannot consume that, then consume some of it, because some benefits are still better than no benefit at all. Am I not right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Right on.
absolutely correct.
Okay, before we start winding down, I do have one more area of the health we like to talk about. But let me just frame something here. We talk about monetizing your skills, and there's something in economics called the opportunity cost. Reality speaking, guys, health, we can't play with that. We have one life to live. And what I'm hearing here, I want to live as long as I can, because I got stuff to do. Right? But some people I know, because we all grew up in poverty. Many of us, I should say, I grew up in poverty. But I want to tell you this, though. Some people say, oh, that food is more expensive or that. No,
True.
Let's think again, my friend.
It's cheaper.
If you got diabetes, your life just became expensive.
Right.
You see, we don't look at it from the total cost, because the thing is, you taking insulin every day. You got to go to the hospital for this. You sick for this, heart that. You obese. All of these different things are a cost, which is a lot of money with your healthcare bill. For example, you just mentioned, let's just say, for example, we're talking about purely money, right? If I can go outside in the sun and get enough vitamin D, then that reduces how much I pay for pills or whatever other things that I'm getting, because I can get it for free. Now, if I can go out and exercise and that lowers stuff, then that's another medication that I don't need. If you're telling me I can get enough sleep and that can ward off or prevent some other thing, then that's money that I don't have to spend as well. So a lot of these things is, because again, I used to be of that frame of mind, especially, my wife sometimes, and I understand what you're saying. I deal with people, I do nonprofit work. Sometimes she goes to whatever Whole Food or Sprouts, and we come back with 7 items and it's $100. And I'm like, man, I say, you go to Walmart, we probably could have come out with 2 cartons full. But again, though, what I'm saying is, I notice the difference how I feel when I eat certain food, right? And again, I'm not the one to be going to visit doctors all the time. I hate taking pills. I don't want to be on those type of things. So guys, on the long-term effect, even in the short run, you are saving money by taking care of your health. You are saving money by being proactive, because, hey, the Bible says, not to go there, but at least the Bible says this: a living dog is better than a dead lion. Right? That's the wise King Solomon, by the way. The wisest man who ever lived said that. And, so I would rather be alive than to be dead, because you can be rich and dead, or I can be slightly not rich, but alive and still be able to make a difference. So let's be proactive entrepreneurs, professionals. If anything, take this as a challenge, because I want you guys to also know a lot of these guys that I know who are online, some of whom I mentioned in my book, Monetize Your Skills, they are actually going vegetarian as well. You see, we don't know that, but a lot of these guys are beginning to make these changes because they're hearing this type of information. Many people have not been exposed, so that's why we say you're dropping some bombshell, because it's like it's revolutionary and radical. But we have been duped for a long time. And think about this, another thing, not to be long, but here's another thing I think about. We live in the most technologically advanced society, and yet we are the sickest people on this earth. Something is wrong.
That's right.
Right? Something is wrong. Right? So it's and these are things that we can take care of. But I'm just saying we are working hard, but then we are paying the price with our health. And that's not the way to go. So I want you guys to think seriously about your mission and your vision. If your mission is to create lasting success in a company with a long-term effect, you got to take care of your health.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, let's just go back on the diet, the nutrition. Really, if you think about it, going vegetarian is really not as expensive as eating meat and all the stuff. It can be much cheaper. The only thing you're going to find that might be a little expensive are the nuts and the seeds. Okay. Now there's one, I'll give you maybe a minute on one more natural remedy that we tend to forget about. Entrepreneurs, water.
That's the one I wanted, yes.
Yeah.
That was the one, yes.
That's going to be my next thing.
Right.
Water, okay?
You might be sitting at your desk all day and you forget to drink. You're putting your health in danger. Water is medicine. Your body is composed of 70% water, the brain 85% water. You know, many times a patient might come to my office that is confused and feeling weak and tired. What happened? Patient is just dehydrated. Water is important for health. A study was done at the Loma Linda University with patients drinking 5 or more glasses of water a day and those drinking less. Now, those who had more than 5 glasses of water per day decreased the risk of heart disease, heart attack by 50%. Why is this so? When your body is hydrated, your cells move freer throughout the blood. When the body is dehydrated, for example, then the cells become sticky. The clotting factor are higher in level. So clots are formed, and then there is decreased flow of blood to critical organs like the brain or the heart or the legs. So water is important for health. Okay.
Yeah. Well said. There was a during the Dakota Access Pipeline issue that was taking place, the tribal nations had a phrase which was "water is life," and that part is true. Now, this is where I'm confused, though. I don't have any problem drinking water. I do drink water, but I do things to it because sometimes you want something different, and I'm like, okay, well, does tea count? Can I drink tea? Can I drink? You know, does it have to be plain water? And I do drink a lot of lemon water, so I can do that. Or sometimes I'll put cucumbers and other things, infuse that in there just to give it a little spice. But I was just curious as to really, like, how much water are you really supposed to drink? I mean, I've heard people say, what is it, eight glasses a day or something like that. And it's like, okay, I do have to move around, so unless I'm sitting next to the bathroom all the time, this is going to be a problem. So how much water really should we consume for optimum health? And take other forms besides just only straight water?
Fantastic question. Now, the amount of water is dependent on various factors. The heat, are you in the sun? Your activity? Do you have heart disease? Do you have kidney disease? Now, if you're healthy, then the 8-ounce rule is recommended. However, you can just take your weight in kilogram and divide it by half, and that's the amount of water you need in ounces. Okay? Is that difficult? Okay. So, and what do you need to drink? So if you have kidney failure or if you have heart failure, then we don't recommend that the patient drink 8 glasses of water. Okay, it just depends. The patient needs to speak with the doctor. The patient has to drink less water because the water could accumulate in the lung. Patient becomes short of breath, end up in the hospital.
Right.
Now, what should you drink? Really, it is water. Water, you can infuse the water. You can put your fruits there. You can put lemon, as you say, but water is important. The same study that was done at Loma Linda University, they looked at fruit juice and coffee. These had reverse effect. For example, coffee. Coffee is a diuretic. So if you're drinking coffee to be hydrated, then you're losing water while you're drinking coffee because you're going to pee out that water. You're going to eliminate that water. So coffee should not be used to replace water.
No, neither is what I use to stay up 12 hours.
I got you. Not for water.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
All right. No, let me talk about coffee in 2 seconds. Coffee, caffeine is a stimulant. It keeps you awake. It can also raise your blood pressure. All right. It can also give you tachycardia. You feel palpitation, and you could go into a cardiac arrhythmia if you have too much coffee. So caffeine can be risky. So you need to be careful. What about alcohol? Should you use alcohol? No. That is also a no-no because of all the problem with liver cirrhosis and other things.
Okay, Dr. Cooper, you're taking away all the fun.
I know. I'm kind of boring. I agree.
Okay, but no, for real. So this is what I think about, and I mean, I do enjoy wine now and again. I mean, teetotaler is like that's about it. I don't. But think about the people who live like in the Mediterranean islands. I mean, that's what they grew up on, right? You go to France, you go to Italy, you go to Greece. I mean, you have your dinner and you have wine. So, and they're a lot healthier than we are here in the States, because they don't eat as much junk as we do.
But there we go.
There you go.
It's not the wine necessarily keeping them healthy. It's the other things.
It's the lifestyle. Yes.
So it is the overall lifestyle. So I guess what I want to make sure of is this, that we don't feel, because we don't want to feel restricted and constricted. It's like, can I have a little bit, so can I do some of this stuff in moderation, or do I have to eliminate it altogether?
All right. That's a very good question. And this is how Dr. Michael Greger answered that. All right, so we can have a little bit of saturated fat in our red meat in moderation, and we can have some sugar in moderation, but we might need to have amputation in moderation. We'll take a little toe here off and a little toe here there. So
I got you. I got you.
But anyway, just let me be honest here. So I do recommend an overall healthy lifestyle. Right. However, there are patients or people that will have difficulty, but plan to do maybe things in a stepwise manner. So go a day or 2 days a week, being plant-based only, go 3 days, and you can, take your time. But ultimately, in order for us to have good health and longevity, it's a healthy lifestyle, not only good nutrition, not only exercise, but rest, but water, good relationship. Yeah. Those people who are connected, who have, interaction, family relationship, that are not lonely, they tend to live 10 years longer. Those who have no social relationship or connectedness, they tend to live die 10 years earlier than if they had that.
Right.
Positive thinking, optimism, all those are important for good health, the mental health. Yeah. Studies have shown that an optimistic person, a happy person, have a more predominant frontal lobe. So if you're a business person, if you want to make money, if you want to be wise, then you must then be optimistic so you can have more cells in the frontal lobe. Am I not right?
That's right. So I can be happy while I'm drinking my wine. Is that what you're trying to say?
All right. In moderation.
Okay. I know what's right. Okay.
Yeah, for some things, for some people, it's going to be a paradigm shift. Just like you said, today we are living in many paradigm shift. One of the things that I like, I'm a conceptual learner, is we have to look at information and make decision. An educated person is not a person who knows a lot of stuff. An educated person, in my opinion, is one who knows stuff, but then can apply that stuff.
Exactly.
Because knowing to live healthy and not living healthy, we have a problem there. You're not really knowledgeable. That's really being risky. But again, like we said, I think as we begin to see, and praise God, there are many television shows now, movies, documentary, all of these things are bringing these things to help. So what we are seeing in America, just like technology has changed so much of how we live, now with this knowledge coming back to the forefront, because actually the pioneers and the early fathers had this already. We lost it over time, but I think it's becoming more and more common practice. People now can get degrees and diplomas in plant-based nutrition and so forth. So anyhow, guys, think of it. If you want to be healthy, you have some guidelines, some prescription. We're wrapping it up. Dr. Cooper, can you tell us how to get a hold of you? You've written I got in my hand here 3 books from you that you've written. So tell us a little bit how we can get a hold of more knowledge from you, study from you. You have online courses. What do you have that people can access?
Alrighty, so I have the books. You can find them online, cooper-dockery.com, get healthy with cooper.com. I also have online courses. It's very difficult, I know, to change lifestyle. But I have a course, 14 Days to Amazing Health. Very simple course, not expensive. You can find it there, gethealthywithdrcooper.com/courses. I'm also trying to motivate others to be health coaches because, we need more people to do the hands-on, the education, and empower people to take their health into their hands. So I have my courses at my website as well. If you go to drcooper-dockery.com, you can get linked to all my sites for all of my resources. I have DVDs, I have supplements, everything that you need for you to be healthy, you can find online, drcooper-dockery.com.
Awesome. So again, some of you guys have some of the books that came up on the screen. Our producer put that up, cooperwellnesscenter.com. For those who need a visual, this is a hardcover book right here, the one 14 Days to Amazing Health. You can get it on our site. And again, like you said, we may need to digest it a little more, but there's exercises in here, there are meal plans, there's the whole 9 yards. This is one of my favorite ones. This one is a quick read right here. But the 9 secret pillars of health to live longer, stronger, and more energetic. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Okay. And for those who say they can't cook, like I said, my wife, I don't have to worry about what I'm eating, but she loves this cookbook. It's incredible, delicious vegan recipes. So here you have some stuff if you don't want to cook, figure it out. Or like Gail, soon Gail be saying, I think Amazon now is even having restaurants deliver food. So if you don't want to cook, maybe in the future near you, somebody will be delivering vegan and vegetarian and healthy cuisine.
There you go.
Absolutely right. That is totally right. So you have no excuse whatsoever.
Awesome.
And so this has been enlightening. Mr. Cooper, totally enlightening for me. I'm glad to know now that all I need to do, well, one of the things I need to do is to hold my office outside. I need to put up a little desk outside, go outside and do some stuff because I'm inside too much. And so I'm glad you helped to reiterate that,
Awesome.
to me. So
very good.
Awesome. I really appreciate that. So I want to tell everybody, for one, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope you got some information that you can use. I'm sure you did, because as we've been talking all along, man, your health is your wealth. You can't get away from it. They say you cannot get out of life alive.
That's right.
So you've got to really pay attention to that. You have You don't really have a choice. And preventive medicine, we've learned, if you do a lot of preventive medicine, then you won't have to spend a whole lot, for the after you come up with some kind of disease. You may even be able to even reverse some of the issues that you have now if you change what you do. So that's the other thing to keep in mind as well. So with that, once again, thank you so much, Dr. Cooper, for coming and for sharing. People need to make sure to check out her information. At MoneitzeU Show page, if you go to that page, Dr. Cooper information will also be there. We'll have links so you can get her books. I really like that 14 days to
amazing health. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, okay. That's like thinking everybody likes stuff quick. Okay. I can do that. Then give me 2 weeks. Okay. Good.
Excellent. Excellent. I like that.
I can do it because you know what? If I can do it for 2 weeks, then I can keep it going.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a good part too. So
good.
So everybody, once again, I want to say thank you to Dr. Cooper, and thank you for showing up and spending some time with us at the MoneitzeU Show. I want to thank our fabulous producer. He always makes us look good. He's getting gooder and gooder every week. Every time we do this, Mr. Curtis Brooks, you guys need to check him out. For those entrepreneurs out there who are doing shows, I'm telling you, you have no idea how much stress has been eliminated because all we need to do is show up. I throw on my hat, look cute, and Mr. Curtis is doing the rest in the background. So it is totally fabulous. You need to make sure to check him out. But definitely want to thank him too. And make sure that you show up next week on Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 p.m. Central for the MoneitzeU Show, where we're going to make sure to continue to have some really great information to show you how to monetize your skills and your career, your hobbies, or what have you. Okay? So with that, Mr. Chance, is there anything else you want to say before we close this out for this evening?
No, I'm just grateful. It's not as often as we have people who will come on the show and step on your toes, but today we had Dr. Donna Cooper coming in, dropping some good nuggets, but also putting us in shape. So we thank you so much for that wisdom today, and we pray that God will bless you in what you are doing. And we hope you'll come back on a future show. You've written a lot of books and you have courses. I mean, we talked about that a few weeks ago. So maybe you can come back on sometime and share with us on that journey and how others can get it done.
Oh, fantastic. If you invite me, I'll be back on. And thank you for having me today.
Yes,
awesome.
And in fact, you know what we're going to have you do? We're going to have you cook out your cookbook so we can see
what absolutely.
we can get. What about that?
You have to come down to me and I'll cook for you, Gail.
Oh, wow. Come on, Gail. Take that invitation.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that invitation, okay? So I'm just saying. So anyway, awesome. we gotta close this out, guys. Thank you so much, and really, really appreciate everyone being here. If you missed it in real time, you will be able to see it on our page, MoneitzeU Show on Facebook, as well as on Periscope. And we will see you guys next week. Until then, peace out.
Thank you.